Hello and welcome to the Penno channel. And we're here for the match reaction to Aston Villa beating Fulham 3-1 at Villa Park today. Villa remain fifth and now continue that fantastic home record of making it 13 games in a row in the Premier League, winning those games. I'm joined by my bro Ads. Ads, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. I enjoyed the game today and just happy we got 3 points again. What about
We're
yourself?
happy. Yeah, we're happy. We're happy. We went the game and just a great day. Just a really great day and a very good performance to go with it. So let's go into the game then. Let's start off with the lineups. Firstly, Villa's one change, and that was Yuri Tillemans coming in for Zaniolo from the Forest game. How did you feel about that? What were your thoughts? For me, it's a change that I could have seen happening. It was either Bailey or Tillemans coming in for Zaniolo. I think I could have seen that happening. To be honest, I think we spoke on the last part about all three of them playing. We could see there's justification for that. Yeah. So, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with what you said. It was either Tillemans or Bailey, really. I don't think Zaniolo is shown enough to deserve starting against Fulham. So yeah, I was quite happy to see the team sheet, to be honest. Yeah, I was quite happy. I was quite happy to see that Emery's changed it up a bit and given Tillemans his start after a promising cameo against Forest that we touched on. And obviously, he got man of the match against AZ Alkmaar. So yeah, fair play to him.
Yeah, and it's a bit. It kind of confirmed today. Carlos has actually got a bit of a niggle and a bit of an injury because he wasn't in the squad. Hopefully, he's back after the international break, and he was just a minor knock and nothing major at all because he's been very good for us in Europe, and when he's represented us in the Premier League as well. So hopefully, Carlos isn't out for too long. So let's go into the game. Fulham's lineup, we can talk about that. They made a number of changes. Decordova-Reid came in, which I could
Yeah.
see happening personally on the wings. I didn't think they'd start Harry Wilson. I did imagine they'd go Willian, Pereira, and Decordova-Reid behind Raul Jimenez. Iwobi and Paulinho played in the middle, and then they played Robinson, Tim Ream, Calvin Bassey, and Castagno at right back. So I didn't. That was kind of the team I expected them to go with. To be honest, there was no real big standout changes that they made. What were your thoughts regarding that and what Fulham set up with?
Yeah, I think that was what we were weighing up, whether to start Wilson or Decordova-Reid. Um, yeah, Reid, there's not too much dissimilar in their quality. So yeah, I was surprised to see Jimenez get the nod above Carlos Vinicius. That was a bit of a surprise to me. But their back four and their two midfielders, yeah, it's pretty much spot on what you'd expect.
Yeah, I think their idea was to build off Jimenez and use those, attacking threats behind our fullbacks when we were on the ball and to turn us back round, which is something they didn't do at all in the first half, and we'll get into. But in the second half, they started to do more. So yeah, it was interesting. Gary's joined us in the chat. All right, Gary. Tillemans grown into this team now, hard to drop, especially with Janiola struggling. Yeah, I think you're correct there, and we'll get on to Tillemans' performance because I think he had a very good game
He was special
today.
today.
He was
Very
really good.
special.
So we go into the game, first 10 minutes, and it's something we've come to expect from Villa at home. It's just pure dominance. We have a massive chance. Tillemans, the ball gets played into Tillemans, he gets tackled just on the edge of the box towards the line for a corner. He manages to get back up and play it back to Digne, and Digne puts a great ball across to Moussa Diaby. And it's one of those where if he hits any more to the right, to Leno's left, it's a goal. He's kind of gone straight at Leno, and he's managed to save it. But yeah, it was a real big chance to open it, and we could have gone 1-0 up straight away in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I've criticised Digne a bit against the Forest game because I do feel like he lacks that varied cross. A lot of the times it will just be like a hooked ball into the box and see if anyone can get their head on it. So I thought it was good composure from him to spot Diaby, who was free in space. It was the best pass. And yeah, he could have done better. It should have been a bit more to the right, but I'm not going to criticise him too much. Leno is one of the best shot stoppers in the league. So it's no surprise to see him interpret like where the ball will go and make the save. But yeah, just another positive start from Villa at home.
Yeah, really good start. And then that was nearly compounding again with a fantastic move, which a lot of us in the ground thought was a penalty. Having looked
Yeah,
back on it now, having seen the videos, it hit Castagno in the head. But the move and the build up for that would have been a wonderful goal. it ends up with Watkins taking it on the volley. I think it's going in, and there's just shouts for handball everywhere because it's come straight off Castagna. And yeah, we all think it's a penalty. I know you're gassed because you've got Dougie in FPL as well. So you're
Well, I think
thinking
I hugged you in the
early goal.
stadium. I was that gas. Like, the goal hadn't even been confirmed yet, or the penalty, and I think I was hugging you and everything. So that's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, just got edged a bit on that one. But
Yeah,
yeah,
looking back, it was the correct decision, but at the time we weren't to know that, and I think we were all up in arms a bit because it did look a stonewaller from especially where we were sitting.
especially when the ref blows straight away. Like he didn't even hesitate, and he hadn't been giving us anything in the game anyway. So I thought, okay, if he's giving us the penalty, surely it must be a stonewaller.
Yeah, and there's a few things to say about the ref, which we'll come on to a bit later. But yeah, after that penalty incident, I think the game, we still were putting pressure on, but we were just playing at our speed, our tempo. You know how we play now. We keep the ball, we pass it around, we try and draw Fulham out, we make them chase us, and I think we did that. They didn't offer much at all in the first half. It was just about us getting the goal and getting the first goal. And you know, once we go ahead, it's very rare that teams come back, and this season's
Nope.
proved that. I think that's 8 games we've gone ahead now. We've gone on to claim all 3 points. So yeah, first goal comes from some brilliant play on the left hand side by Tielemans. And you made a comment during the game. You said Tielemans looked like he was operating like Ramsey today, and I
Yeah,
really
with
did
the long
feel that the way
sleeve,
he was
and
playing.
honestly, his sense of danger, his feints, his ball carrying, his quick passing, his ability to read the space. He was looking like Jacob Ramsey today, genuinely. I don't know if it was the long sleeves or his performance. I think it was a combination of both, but really impressed me today. And this is coming off the back of a solid performance against Forest and a man of the match display, according to Villa Twitter. Yeah, I think he was voted man of the match. So yeah, really pleasing performance in that first half from Tielemans,
Yeah,
and just a player that
he,
looks like he's getting comfortable.
he looked like he had that extra yard, and especially showed it for the first goal because the way he's got past, I think it's Castagna on the right side and whipped the ball in with his left foot. It's a wonderful ball he's played with his left foot. Um,
Yeah.
he just looked like really sharp today. I know he's been really good, but he looked extra sharp today. And that it's a great ball across. It's just in like Leno's. It's kind of gone under Leno a bit because Diaby's kind of dummied it. It did look like maybe Diaby had scored it initially from where we were, but it's Anthony Robinson own goal. And yeah, it was a thoroughly deserved first to take the lead in the game. A few comments here just before we crack on. Richard Edwards, Yo Penner, all right, Richard also says, Yo Adam.
Yes, Richard.
Gary,
Good to see you.
luckily Fulham lost the game in the first half, but they definitely gave it a go in the second half. Yeah, we'll
Well,
get
yeah, I
onto
said
that.
to you, I think they got a bollock in that half time by
They
Marco
did.
Silva because they
I think
came out completely different.
I think Marco Silva did come in, gave him a right telling off, and had a go at them for the way they played in the first half. Rich said best first half performance. Yeah, he was right up there today.
Really good performance. Yeah.
McGinn unreal today, boss midfield and defence. Yeah, man of the match, standout performer for me overall. Ramsey Moreno back after the international break, which is a nice problem to have. Yeah, can't wait for those to join into the squad. 13 in a row, wow, amazing. Yeah, huge, Rich, and need them back because some tough fixtures coming up. Yeah, we do. We need all the players available and fit within the squad. So yeah, 1-0 up, cruising,
Just to
and
touch
from
on that
them,
goal again. Sorry to interrupt you. I just
now
think
carry on.
we're forcing these errors from the opposition players. I said it when we played Luton and we forced Lockyer into the mistake for the own goal. That's from pressure. That's from that ball coming across. He doesn't know if anyone's behind him or not. Diaby comes in front, puts him off a bit as well. And yeah, it's just beautiful to see us forcing these errors. I think initially it came from a Douglas Luiz pass to Tielemans down the byline on the left-hand side. And yeah, forcing errors it's great to see. And as you said, as soon as we go 1-0 up, it suits our style of play so much because they have to come onto us now. They have to press us high so we can find more gaps. So yeah, really, really pleased with how we started and getting the early goal.
Yeah, definitely. And we did, even in the first 20 minutes, we were putting pressure on them. We were really pressing high. I think Tim Ream gave it away. And we had an opportunity to create something. It didn't come off, but he gave it to McGinn. McGinn and Diaby and Watkins were trying to create something from that. So when we step it on them and we make teams uncomfortable at home at, at Villa Park, yeah, they really sometimes they do get stressed and they give the ball away, and we can collect those opportunities, which we did today. And what you want from the first half is just another goal to really, cement the position we were in, and we ended up getting that. Again, it's a great move, but the balls ended up going in the air. I think Diaby's tried to play a ball across, or was it no? Digne's tried to play a ball across to Diaby, and the defenders jumped up. I think it was Calvin Bassey or Tim Ream, one of them jumped up, and it's fell on the edge towards John McGinn. Now, John McGinn's pot shots, you could say, it's 1 of 50 sometimes. It's usually 90-10 that go on target, but he's just shown some real composure instead of smacking it first time.
Yeah.
It's a great first touch, and the dummy he's played, because he's got options on the other side. Is Matty Cash. He's played a great dummy, and he's just slotted it in the bottom corner. A really great finish from John McGinn, and he was my man of the match today. I think he was majority of people's man of the match. He was outstanding, but that was a really, to top off with his performance, it was a great goal.
Well, it's similar to his Luton goal, isn't he? He's sold the feint, he's dragged the player out of position, and he's got a great shot off this time with his stronger left foot. And yeah, just really, really composed finish that gave us a lot of breathing space. It's interesting with McGinn because he was doing so much right in the first half, but there was even moments as well where he like played the wrong pass apart a bit. I don't know if you remember early in the first half, he had someone on the left hand side and he tried to go to the right hand side with his left foot. But despite that, yeah, man of the match performance. 15 ground duels won, 7 out of 9 duels completed. I think he won 7 fouls, got his goal, and just real capped his performance. Genuinely, really impressed with McGinn today, man.
Yeah, he was a real standout today, and he pushed the team forward, and he got his deserved goal in the first half. And yeah, he was cruising. It was cruise control first half. Everyone in the stadium was happy. I think the team would have been happy, and we would have been happy with the performance. And things kind of changed a little bit into the second half, but we'll get onto that after a few comments. Taiwan says, "Hey, stopping by to say hello to my friend at the Villa. Thank you, Taiwan." Richard said the press was awesome tonight. Yeah. Spendon's back in the building. Big up from Yard. Yes, Spendon. Gary Watkins scored, but my cat could have scored that chance he missed in the second half. He's not England class for me. We'll get onto that as well, Gary. Other comments. Yeah. Richard Edges again. Sucks down Bailey. Yeah, he's flying at the minute as well.
General Bailey.
When he comes on the pitch, he's flying. So yeah, we go into that first half really comfortable, and
just to touch on something that happened in the first half. Big up Matty Cash because Willian was through on goal at one point, and he's come across to the left hand side and he's made an outstanding tackle that's helped us stop the play and stop them with a potential really big chance to score. And I think his tackle did lead to our second goal initially. So big up Matty Cash. He showed great pace to get across the pitch and with a pretty much a game saving tackle, I reckon. Because if he gets that wrong, it's a red card.
Yeah, we did, and you are right. Yeah, from that tackle, we had the build up for the second goal. So there's a huge change because it would have been a 1-1 for William. Could have been 1-1, but instead we end up going 2-0 up. So a great tackle from Matty Cash. Yes, the second half, and you know me, I always say this thing. I always have this thing: the first 5-10 minutes of any Villa game, but when we're at home, especially because I think this happens for the majority of teams because people are coming back to their seats and stuff. The atmosphere is sometimes a bit, lackluster, a bit quiet. And it seems like the away teams always try and take that opportunity to impose themselves on a game. And it was the same thing again today. The first 5-10 minutes, Fulham really, started to impose themselves on the game. I think Harry Wilson came on at that point to start the second half. And yeah, they were really trying to go for it and get a goal within that. And I think they had a few moments. One thing I do want to point out again is, which seems to be, made a lot about this high line by non-Villa fans and other parts of the media. The high line works, and again, it worked perfectly, except for probably their goal, which, to be honest, Robinson's made a deep run and he was nowhere near offside anyway. But every other opportunity was offside. The Vinicius goal gets disallowed because it's offside, and it's because we play the high line so well. There's a reason why we've caught opposition out the most in the league. I think again Fulham were caught offside 7 times today. It works great, albeit when you're there and you're in the game, when you're watching the game and your heart's in your mouth because you think, or they're in.
Yeah.
And because for some reason now, linesmen and the referee play on for a ridiculous amount of time afterwards when a decision could be made earlier. At the end of the day, the end result is it's offside. So, yeah, it's just one of those. And because we're so used to it now, it's just a regular occurrence. But you still have that, those 5 seconds where you're like, or you're stressed or something because you think they're through on goal, but eventually they're offside. And a lot of the times you can pick out the offsides anyway. You're just waiting to look at the liner to see when he's going to raise his flag. So, yeah, there's a few opportunities and a few points where Fulham were trying to get in behind, but again, offside decisions were being given. And it's a very similar pattern, I think, to, other games we play at home when we go 2-0 up, or, say the West Ham game, for instance, as well. They ended up getting a goal to make it 2-1, but at some point we catch them again on the break or in transition. And when Leon comes on the pitch and that third goal, it's just a brilliant goal, isn't it? Leon Bailey picks up the ball. I think Fulham have been on top for that time. Leon Bailey picks up the ball, probably 70 yards from goal, starts to run with the ball, runs inside, finds McGinn about 30 yards out, plays a lovely pass into him. McGinn reciprocates and puts a lovely through ball into Bailey, who squares it across, and Watkins there to get his 6th goal of the season and 11 GA in the Premier League so far this season after 12 games, which is ridiculous so far. But yeah, what a fantastic goal the third goal was.
Yeah, just to quickly touch on Fulham in the second half, it did look like they were playing smarter football. Like a lot of their passes between Digne and Power breaking our lines, and they were getting in behind. And yeah, it did look like they'd had like a message at halftime to like improve their football. But our change, taking off Diaby, which is quite a big sub. This is our record signing being taken off for Bailey. Obviously, Emery knows best. Emery knows what he's doing. And Bailey's just a joy to watch at the moment, to be honest. It seems like, I don't want to criticize Diaby too much, but in terms of being at the game and hearing the fans get behind a certain player, Bailey just feels more electric at the moment. He gets on the ball, people are standing up, people are waiting for something to happen. And yet, instant impact for the third goal, man. And it's just, after 2-3 seasons of frustration and injuries holding him back, it's just good to see Bailey making the impact he is. And it's a great ball for Watkins, who, well, I say he couldn't miss. He kind of did miss after, but that one he couldn't miss.
Yeah. Bailey just seems fully fit now, and saying that he did get a knock in the game, but he does seem fully fit now. And when he's coming on, he's making a huge impact every time he touches the pitch. And he's been ridiculously good this season. It's the Leon Bailey, we expected to see when we signed him from Bayer Leverkusen. So he was quality when he came on. And that third goal, again, McGinn instrumental. The way he turned with the ball and found Bailey again on the overlap, but played a precise through ball. And as we said, we've seen McGinn play some ridiculous through balls this season. The one against Brighton stands out. The one against West Ham as well to Watkins for the third. And again, it's a lovely through ball in between the defender. I think it's Castagna and Bassi, just straight in the gap. Bailey's onside, plays it across to Watkins, who's onside, and it's just a simple tap in. And Leonard's got no chance. And it's 3-0, and we're cruising at that point. So yeah, it was outstanding goal. Real high quality goal. And
Watkins scores again, man. Watkins gets his chance, and every game he has a big 2 or 3 big chances, and it's just good to see him get on that score sheet now and get 6 goals for the season.
Yeah, that's a fact. Watkins again should have had a brace. I mean,
should have had a brace.
Is that the worst miss you've ever seen?
I think it's the funniest.
Yeah, I think it's the most jokes miss I've seen. But is that the worst miss you've seen at Villa Park or in football? It's not far off. It's up there.
Well, the only one I can really think off the top of my mind is Bailey against Wolves.
Nah, but I think that was more difficult. Plus the pressure of that one as well. It's the last minute.
So what I'm saying is I can't really think of. But the Watkins miss is funny. Like, I've been on this podcast before. I've bigged up Watkins and getting his chances and how Like he gets into good areas. But this is hilarious because it doesn't even go wide. Like he's come off the bar and it's gone like to the side of
It's
him.
mad. It's
It's,
mad. He's
it's
gone to really
hilarious.
he's gone to really head it in, smash it in, and he's just misconnected with it. It's mad because McGinn does outstanding on that byline. He's got two
Oh,
defenders. He's
unreal.
got Castagna and Bassi on him, and he spins them both.
When
Shows
when
strength
McGinn
against Bassi.
when McGinn gets his buttocks like in between a player, like you can't stop it, man. He'll drive into the box. And
He was gone, and he plays it back. It hits the defender, comes off the bar, and yeah, Watkins. It's an open goal. He should have his second. The
yeah,
man he doesn't do braces really. It's either a goal or a hat trick, and yeah, he should have really got a brace today.
he doesn't do
Um,
braces. Man.
yeah, he don't do braces. He does one or three. Uh, just a few more comments here. Um, yeah, top tackle from Cash. It was Rich. It really was. Bailey took a nasty lock to the ankle. Looked like it was bleeding. Should be well. Sore tomorrow, but he won't get to rest it because two more important matches for Jamaica coming up. I know, and a lot of our players are going away with their countries. Let's just hope they come back absolutely fine. Rich, hope he doesn't get injured in the international duty. Bailey's been playing good since the start of the season. Yeah, Bailey's been flying this season. Is he Jamaica's best player because he could do with him not going if he's injured? Yeah, he's Jamaica's best player. So he's always there. He's always going to represent as well. Tawan. Yuri for me in the first half was good too. Played on the left side really well. I'm sorry for Zaliona now because he will not be seeing a starting side going forward. Yeah, but that's the aim and the name of it now. We want a full squad and we want competition for places. And if someone's not up to it, Tielemans has just slotted it in and he's been flying recently. And in other players in other positions, if they're not doing it as well, you just want to have a full squad and people and players available to come in at any point. I didn't think we was getting up from that tackle. Yeah, the Bailey one did seem bad, and we've seen it with Bailey on numerous occasions. He gets injured, relatively easily at times, or he knows how to play for a knock, doesn't he, and waste a bit of time as well. So I'm just happy he was okay. Richard again was so much better dealing with pressure. Our mentality is so much better than before Unai took charge. We're strong, yeah. The mentalities are different, and that was a huge thing under previous managers. It was the mentality of when we go 2-0 up or in games, can we just see them out comfortably? And that's what we're doing now, and we're creating chances. If you look at the XG today for the game, ours was over 3. I think it's 3.22. So we've underperformed and we scored 3 goals at home, and theirs was like 0.8 for the 1 goal they scored. So we're creating chances as well as getting the goals to go with it. The Watkins miss from 2 yards out. I'm still trying to figure out how he missed it. Rich, I'm the same. Yeah, McGinn man of the match for me. Yeah, I agree. Spendon goes, yeah, I was glad he got up though because we really need him against Canada because they're coming heavy. Yeah, or we do need him against Canada. Yeah, he nearly gave himself
I think that's on
whiplash.
Watkins. Yeah, because this is what I was saying. Like the balls come off the crossbar, all he has to do is stand still and just head it in. But he's gone to
Well,
like knock it across as if a ball's come across the box. It didn't make sense
well,
to me. Like
he could
he
have
just
just taken a touch, chest it. He could need it for each. Yeah, he must have his eyes lit up. He saw the open goal and he's just gone to like proper smash it, and he's just come off the side of one of his plats. But yeah, sometimes he can be frustrating, like at Villa. But when he's on it, but his presence in the team is huge and on and off the field. Yeah,
yeah, I think that's
uh,
about Bailey.
yeah, facts. Baylor better not play no lovers rock McGinn with the big back one. Oh, you've seen the McGinn and the Bailey relationship. I've seen the photos
Oh
this
no,
week, and
man,
he's
them
and,
man,
he,
them
and
man are
you
moving like best friends
we've
now.
seen McGinn,
Well,
talking
McGinn hit a
patois.
gritty,
We've
a
seen
half
it.
gritty today. McGinn, an
Yeah,
attempt at
yeah.
a gritty today. I don't know. He's like a combination of his own style, but yeah,
McGinn's
McGinn's flame,
McGinn's
feeling
been
the
there for
flavour
the
recently.
culture at the minute. Yeah, he really is. Uh, Bailey changed the game completely. Yeah, he did. Tevin, thanks for joining us as well, Tevin. Yeah, competition is what NA wants. Nobody's certain for selection. It's what he wants, and I love it. Yes, agree. And Spengdog, McGinn had a monster game. Yeah, he really did, and I think that's why he was the man of the match.
Just
Going
an
on from
interesting.
there,
Sorry, bro.
yeah,
Just
go
an
on, bro.
interesting
No, go
thing.
on.
Both Bailey and Diaby now are on 3 league goals, 3 league assists. Nice little
Yeah,
competition between them. I love the
yeah.
competition. I love the mentality, and yeah, man, just hopefully it blossoms and just continues to grow.
Yeah, I think this is something that probably continued on from Bayer Leverkusen as well. I bet they had the same sort of competition, playing either side of Kai Havertz. They'd want to get goals and assists, and yeah, it's see that it's just coming through to Villa as well. And I'm sure they'll be giving it to each other and saying, "I'm going to get more goals and I'm going to get more assists." So yeah, long may it continue because everyone's flying and everyone's getting goals or creating chances or getting assists as well. And it's good that we're spreading it across the team and not just concentrating and relying on one person. Um, so yeah, 3-0 cruising. Fulham did try and put more pressure on us again. I think our game plan was to allow them to have the ball more. I think Emery was just like, yeah, we'll sit in our shape and we'll allow them and see if they can break us down. And they ended up doing that. Anthony Robinson gets free. It's a good ball from Harry Wilson over the top of Connor's head. Goes through to Anthony Robinson, who then squares it to the guy who hasn't scored in 33 games. I don't think it is, and gets his first goal in 33 games. Raul Jimenez, and it's just typical because he's ex Wolves that he'd do that against Villa. But yeah, Jimenez ended up getting one for Fulham, a mere consolation really. Um, there wasn't much else within that from Fulham. I mean, they tried to impose themselves a bit more in the last 10 minutes, but they didn't really create anything. They had a few pot shots from there. I
They
can't
had the
remember
offside
which
goal,
ads.
didn't they?
Yeah, that Vinicius had the offside goal. He did well to actually round Martinez because when he was 1-on-1 anyway, I didn't think he would round him, but he did well to do that. But
Couple
yeah,
pot shots from Iwobi outside the box. They had that one ball that came across goal that no one was there to tap in. But fair play to Fulham because they made me
oh,
a little bit nervous in the stadium.
they did. Well, we're forgetting the Jimenez chance, to be honest. Iwobi did great there. And this is the thing, sometimes Pau Torres can just get caught a bit stationary. He was phenomenal on the ball once again, played
Yeah,
some
yeah.
ridiculous passes to Cash. Sometimes it can be a bit static, and Iwobi knocked it past Pau Torres once, and Konza then gambled, knocked it past Konza and played in Jimenez. And I think it's a great save from Martinez. I think he gets a touch on it to pull it onto the post because, yeah, that was a really early on in the second half, and that could have really got them back in the game at that point. But yeah, they did have opportunities for them. Second half, they really did improve on their first half performance. They were really using their third man runners. I felt they were, especially Robinson and Castagna. They were, instead of getting Harry Wilson and Willian to run in, they were using their fullbacks to run in behind, and then we couldn't track their runners, and they were kind of overloading us. Sometimes it was 5-on-4 situations at the back, and yeah, we couldn't cope with it at times. But they weren't clinical, or they were like making that mistake once they got into our final third, and we were able to deal with it. And sometimes on the transition, there was just space in the middle, and six players from either side on one side, and then another six in the other half of the pitch, and then people on the wings. The middle of the park at sometimes was so much space because it was just going from one side to the other. But yeah, overall, great performance. We're going to the international break on 25 points, fifth in the league. This fifth is seeming like 11th last year, where we kept winning and we weren't moving nowhere in the league. This is what it feels like now, but it's 6 places higher at fifth. So if we continue to do our job and keep picking up results, I'm no doubt that we can break into that top 4. We just got to keep on doing our job, and there's some huge games coming up that will decide that. So your overall thoughts on the game, bro? Closing now.
Yeah, just to touch on that Iwobi movement, I do feel like if they have a player, an opposition has a player that can beat 1 or 2 men and then create the space, we can look a bit vulnerable sometimes. Because if they create like an overload on that side or get off their chance, we can look a bit suspect to the danger. But apart from that, honestly, I feel they had spells for them, but I was never like too concerned that they'd equalise or anything. I thought we was okay on transition, the midfield, winning the ball back quite a lot. And obviously one of our goals came off the transition initially. We had chances with Watkins. We had the Bailey chance after Watkins as well that hit the post, which was unlucky. So yeah, pretty convincing win. I'd say we created enough chances. We limited them to not that much XG. So yeah, man, really pleased. And the home form, we know the home form's good, man. 13 games. We've got enough evidence now that we can uh impose our style onto the opposition with our play. But it's these away games, man. Spurs and Bournemouth now. This is massive. This is where we really need to start picking up points and playing to the level that we know we can under Emery.
Facts. It's a game where we got a win last season, Spurs away. A good performance within that. And it's a huge game now. If we want to be that side that breaks into the top four, we've got to get points from the next four. And I know two of them against, probably the two best teams in the league. Liverpool could say that they're up there as well within that. But we've got to start picking up points against these teams. That's the only thing we're missing now this season is against the teams. Newcastle, we didn't get anything. Liverpool, we didn't get anything. We now have to try and start picking up points against these sides that are above us in the league.
We've got 3 of the 4 above us in the next 4 games in Spurs, City, and Arsenal. So this is the test, and really.
As you see today, City drew Chelsea. I think none of the sides above us have beat Chelsea. We're the only one that have beat Chelsea this season so far. So that we can do this. We can really show what we're about against these bigger sides. So I can't wait. I can't wait to play them. And fingers crossed, everyone comes back from international duty. Fit, healthy, well. Not play too many minutes, to be honest. I don't really want them playing too many minutes. You've got Louise going away, no doubt. You've got Watkins with England. You've got there's so many.
Bailey, Tielemans, Zaniolo, Kamara,
Pau Torres with Spain, Emmy probably with Argentina
Martinez
as well. So there's a lot of players going away. Yeah, Cash with Poland as well. Bailey, Jamaica as well. So you just want him to come back okay.
Did Duran get called up?
I imagine so. He's always in the Colombia squad, so I imagine so.
Just touching on Duran and Moreno, a bit gutted that we didn't get to see them get some minutes again as well. I mean, Duran hasn't played now. It feels like I know he come on against. Did he come on against Altmar?
No, he didn't. It was Traore. Came on at the end.
Who did Duran come on against recently? Did he come on again? We haven't seen him in a while, have we?
No.
And Moreno, I know Emery spoke about he wanted the perfect game state to come on. I know he was 3-0 up. I know it was a bit early and then Fulham scored. Maybe he was a bit nervous that. But with Moreno, I think maybe we either see him come on against Spurs and then start the Legia game, which is just before Bournemouth, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, another 2 weeks for Moreno to get back to full speed. I know he's been training for the past week now. And Jacob Ramsey, hopefully Jacob Ramsey's on the bench for Spurs. You never know, man. What a plus that will be. I think Tielemans' performance today, he kind of knows that Ramsey's coming the way he was balling out today. So he was competitive performances within the squad, and I just can't wait for us to get all our boys back, man.
I know. Once apart from Emmy and Tyrone, once the rest of the team's there and back together, who knows the possibilities this season? We just keep going game by game, but who knows what the possibilities could be. Another thing I forgot, the ref. The ref was a joker today. Paulinho, how he escaped so long without getting a booking in that first half was ridiculous. He ended up getting one in the second half. They were making multiple fouls on our players, especially on McGinn. McGinn was getting kicked about everywhere. I think Pereira had a go on him. Paulinho, maybe Iwobi as well. Even Castagno, I think, at one point as well. Just because he was protecting the ball so well. And you knew it. When one of the Villa players was going to make one foul in that second half, they were going to get booked. And who was he? Ollie Watkins. He made one foul on Calvin Bassey and he got booked straight away for it. The referee was a joker. I know Paulinho got booked in the second half, but he made about 6 fouls. He could have been easily sent off that game with 2 bookings. Yeah, the referee was a joker today in terms of bookings. He was like he felt sorry for Fulham for some reason. I don't know.
He was trying to overcome all his willpower to not get your card out. Like even at times his body language was just like, oh, I know that's a booking, but I'm just not going to do it anyway because I don't feel like it.
It didn't make no sense because as soon as Watkins made that challenge, he just knew, and it was soft. He went for the ball, but it wasn't a booking challenge. So it wasn't like, oh, gotta get a booking straight away. Especially how he'd ref the game before that. So yeah, I found that performance strange regarding how he was booking players. But anyway, we move on. Refereeing in this league's just all over the place at the minute. Spendog says, imagine winning against Forest last week. I know, but we just have to put that past us now. It happened. Other teams above us have dropped points as well. So just one of those things. We just keep on pushing now. Tevin, I'm from Jamaica, but I follow Aston Villa because of Leon Bailey. Yeah, that's a great reason to follow Villa, Tevin. And I hope you're enjoying following Villa currently. Richard, 2 points off top, second place and 3 points from leaders. Yeah, it's mad at the minute, and let's just hope we continue it, and I'm sure we will, because I have every faith with Unai Emery in this squad. Gary says, hopefully the Bailey hate is gone now. We've all been guilty of criticising him, but still needs to improve away for me. It's just, scapegoat sometimes in football, I feel, with Bailey. He was never fully fit, or, he'd have lap games where he wasn't fully at it, but I think within football fandom, there's always one player who's made out to be a scapegoat in the squad, and I think Bailey has just been that for the last few seasons. Tywin, I was so pissed when I saw the one goal. Martinez can't catch a break. He can't catch a break right now. Them guys must be struggling because they want a clean sheet, and they can't really have a go at each other because sometimes, especially the own goal against was it Luton and stuff like and just weird, the Jared Bowen goal against West Ham. Some of them has just been madness. Like, they shouldn't have been going in. But yeah, today's one was a bit more Fulham actually played it and scored a decent goal. Atalwan again. When did he reach a Fulham? I thought he was Everton. Yeah, he went in the summer. I think, how much did they pay for him? Can you remember?
Was it? Well, he had 1 year left on
odd?
his deal. Yeah, he had 1 year left on his deal, and he was a London boy, so he was always gonna accept that. So
Yeah, he was going anyway, wasn't he? Iwobi's playing better for Fulham than he ever did at Everton. To be fair, guy, I don't know. I thought he was decent at Everton. I thought he had some good games there. But yeah, he done a few things today, especially that one chance he created for Jimenez. He did well for that. Spend on, sorry to say, but Bailey would probably play 2 90-minute games. Spend on, how can you ruin it for me? Bailey. Let's just hope he's okay and he comes back fully fit.
Let's hope he gets even more confidence, to be honest. Let's hope he builds even more confidence.
He's flying now. You can play a half of Jamaica, get 2 goals, and then come off and relax and chill. Gary, I think we should go for 5th, even if we are dodgy away from home. Home form should see us through. Yeah, I thought 5th. Yeah, go for 5th, or just keep winning games. That's it, and just see where we end up at the end of the season. You'd love the away form to pick up, but yeah, your home form's your bread and butter, and we're flying right now with that. Gary again, have we already qualified in the Conference League now? I think it's worked out. Second, you're into like a playoff, aren't you, in the Conference League? And then if you come top, you get a bye. So if we
ideally want to win the final 2 games, I think.
Yeah, we do. But if beating Legia puts us in a healthy position, doesn't it? Well, we go to it's Mostar next, isn't it, away? And Legia's the final game. It's Legia first.
Legia first, yeah.
Yeah, it's Legia after. Yeah, after Spurs. So yeah,
I think beat Legia,
and I think
would top the group.
Yeah. A lot of comments coming in once. Gary says that decision on Thursday for our goal against AZ was the worst decision I've seen. Yeah, it was. Having looked on that at the time, bro, he said it was onside, but it was off, weren't it?
Yeah,
I think it was off, which is mad.
Hi there, Rachel.
Rachel, evening all, new to this pod. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for joining us. Taiwan says, Rachel, I haven't seen you in a min, so obviously you know each other. Yeah, cool. Any final thoughts, bro? Any thoughts on the game? Anything you want to say?
I'm just big up Pau Towers as well. I'm just really enjoying his pass selection at the moment. Like the spaces he finds the ball, his composure on the ball. That little spell in the first half where we were like, it looked like we were in danger and we just passed our way out of it. Just shows the confidence these guys are playing in under Emery, and that's just good coaching as well. But yeah, really impressed with Pau today. I know he had that one moment when Iwobi got past him, but outside of that, I'm just £30 million. And he's only 26. Like, this is a great signing. Really happy with his signing. And we got his guy. And yeah, 13 home wins in a row, man. Like, can we just let
It's
that breathe
mad.
for a minute? That's
Equaling the
nearly a
record.
season of home games. That's nearly a season of home games, getting close to it now.
It's mad. It's mad. So it equals the record. I think it was 30 years ago. Is it 83?
Yeah,
It's
83.
equaled, and then it's City. What a game to have to try and beat it. Man City at home. I mean,
Wow, that would just be the
if
perfect
there was
story.
any game to do it, that's the game to do it. Yeah, so that will be a huge game for so many reasons. Currently, where we are in the table as well, we're not too far behind them after their draw against Chelsea. So yeah, it's mad. We're flying this season, and yeah, just long may it continue. Yeah, big up Pau Torres today. I thought he had a good game, except for when he got caught out at one time with the Webber, but overall, I thought he was outstanding. Cons as well. I thought he had a really good game. Caught out a bit for the through ball from Harry Wilson. I think his positioning was a bit off, but you know, overall, he had a decent game as well. I thought Cash had moments in the game where he was really good, really bright.
Kamara, I thought looked good today.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, the
What do you think of
standout for me
Dougie?
was John
Quiet?
McGinn.
Dougie quiet or just kept it ticking?
Yeah, I think it's just one of. I think the standard we have for Dougie now is so high that when he has a quiet game, some might say it's a bad game, but I just think he had a quiet one. Didn't really get involved too much. Just kept
I
it
even
moving.
remember, Emery saying that he wants more from him in the build-up as well, more courage, more personality with his passing. So even just seeing Emery demand more from him is quite encouraging as well, and seeing where the level he can reach this season, man.
Yeah, he's already there. He's flying at the minute, and got his Brazil call up, so he must be buzzing. But yeah, man of the match for me, John
John
McGinn.
McGinn.
John McGinn, just ridiculous. And the Selly, can you do it? The Selly was a madness as well, with the griddy as well. Didn't know he had that in him. He might need to work on his two-step when he's running off instead of just running in a straight line. But yeah, he was feeling himself today, McGinn, and he had a ridiculous performance. Man of the match by a mile for me. But shout out Yuri Tillemans as well for his first start in the Premier League. I think he had a great game. All right. Thanks for joining me, bro. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, just Villa fans, just enjoy the international break, and hopefully we get even more players back, and we're ready for that massive Spurs game on Sunday when it happens. So yeah, man, really, really good time to be supporting Villa right now. And yeah, up the Villa, man. I'm happy. I'm really happy with how we're playing.
Yeah, I've seen a quote from Emery, I think, after the game. He was like, don't just look too far into the future, just enjoy the moment. And I think as Villa fans, we really have to just take those words in. Enjoy the moment, enjoy what we're doing currently, because it's ridiculous. Manny's joined late. Yes, Manny. Yes, lads, big up. Yes, Manny. What a result today. Goes Champions League soon. Who
Champions
knows,
League.
man? Who
Let's
knows? Who
dream.
knows?
We're Villa
Let's
fans,
keep
man. Let's
dreaming.
dream. We don't get to
We're
dream
allowed to
quite enough.
dream. Yeah,
And
we're
just
allowed to dream for sure.
once again, if you enjoy Aston Villa content, please go and subscribe to Manny Central. Does the vlogs, does the tactical analysis, really funny, really great Villa content. So yeah, please go to his channel and
Really good shorts as
to his
well.
stuff.
Talking about the game, yeah. Lads, I'm starting to dream. Same. The Arsenal rumours for Dougie aren't going away, but he's worth more than 60 million. You know what, Gary? It's just one of those things because he's flying. There's just always going to be rumours around our players. So yeah, just it's going to happen. I don't think he'll leave, but you know, there's always going to be rumours because he's flying right now and the team's flying, and I'm sure there'll be rumours about other players as well. So it's just best to ignore them, to be honest. Taiwan up the Villa 3-1 win against Spurs. Yeah, you go for the
Let's
prediction
hope
already.
so. I love the confidence. Let's hope so.
Manny, my bro. Yes, Manny. Right then, guys. Thanks for joining us. There's been so many comments tonight. I really appreciate it. It's been a great pod. A lot of engagement within this one. Yeah, we love to do it, and thank you for joining us. We'll be back probably just before the Spurs game. It is an international week, so we'll see what we're doing. We'll see what content we do put out. But thanks again, guys, for joining us, and up the Villa.
Yeah, and just please share the video to as many people as you can. We'd love to have more interactions and kind of build a community on this page of Villa fans that enjoy talking about football and that are enjoying our results. So yeah, up the Villa, man.
Yeah, up the Villa. Thanks again, bro, for joining me.